Budapest, the capital of Hungary, is considered by many to be the Paris of the East. Not only is this beautiful city one of the most culturally important metropolises in Eastern Europe, it's also home to numerous UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Today we share the top 10 tourist attractions in Budapest that promise unforgettable experiences. From stunning natural wonders to culturally rich cities, we unveil destinations that captivate your imagination and inspire your next adventure. Starting with number 1, Margaret Island. A very pleasant and picturesque place to spend some time, Margaret Island lies right in the middle of the Danube and is mostly covered in lovely leafy parks. Connected to both sides of Budapest by Árpád Bridge in the north and Margaret Bridge in the south, the island also boasts a water park, athletics center, and lots of scenic paths and trails. As such, it is a very popular recreation spot with both locals and tourists, with some interesting medieval ruins and a playful music fountain also on show. At number 2, 𝐂𝐏𝐑𝐈𝐆𝐇𝐓 bath. While Budapest has lots of amazing thermal baths for you to check out, none of them are quite as famous or popular as 𝐂𝐏𝐑𝐈𝐆, the largest spa complex in Europe. Set in a lovely bright yellow neo-Baroque building that was built in 1913, the expansive facilities include saunas, steam rooms, and of course, thermal pools for you to enjoy. With lots of fine decorations, such as mosaics, sculptures, and chandeliers, it is a delightful place to relax and unwind. Although it can get quite crowded, there is always a tranquil feel about the place, unless you visit during one of its Saturday night pool parties, that is. When in the city of spas, wallowing in 𝐂𝐏𝐑𝐈𝐆 thermal pools is a must. At number 3 in our list, Buda Castle. Fascinating to explore, the large Buda Castle and Palace complex was once the home of Hungarian kings and queens of years gone by. Built in 1265 at one end of Castle Hill, the regal Baroque palace is now home to the Budapest History Museum and the Hungarian National Gallery, both of which are well worth visiting. While the former sports lots of interesting artifacts that take you through Budapest's tumultuous past, the latter exhibits a huge array of incredible paintings, sculptures, and prints. Perfect for people interested in art, history, and architecture, Buda Castle lies just a stone's throw away from many of the most important sites in the city. At number 4, Matthias Church. Set in a stunning spot right next to the Fisherman's Bastion, Matthias Church is one of the most beautiful buildings in the city. Its lofty spire and marvelous facade exhibit some incredible Gothic features, and in the sun, its light-colored bricks veritably sparkle before your eyes. Rebuilt in the second half of the 14th century after the previous one was destroyed by the Mongols, the church boasts a long and fascinating history. Besides being used as a mosque during Ottoman times, it was here within its walls that Franz Joseph I was crowned emperor. Its lavishly decorated interior is certainly fitting for such an occasion. Well worth visiting when in Budapest, Matthias Church makes for some fantastic photos and looks just as magical lit up at night. At number 5, Citadella. Perched atop of Gellert Hill, the Citadella offers commanding views out over Budapest and the Danube River below. Built in 1851 by the Habsburgs, the solid-looking fort was later commandeered by the Nazis and then Communists. Throughout its history, it has both protected and oppressed the local population. Nowadays, visitors can find a striking liberation monument located on top of it. Although the fort's interior has recently been closed to the public, you can still enjoy the dazzling views from its lookout point. At number 6 in our list, 𝐂𝐏𝐑𝐈𝐆 Chain Bridge. When it was opened in 1849, 𝐂𝐏𝐑𝐈𝐆 Chain Bridge was heralded as an engineering wonder and a symbol of Hungary's re-emergence and reawakening. Linking Buda to Pest, the cast-iron construction was the first permanent bridge to span the Danube in the country and helped bring East closer to West. Besides the fine architecture on show, the bridge also features some superb decorative elements, with 4 distinguished-looking lion statues guarding each end of it. Beautifully illuminated at night, 𝐂𝐏𝐘𝐑𝐈𝐊 Bridge is one of the most photographed landmarks in the city. At number 7, Fisherman's Bastion. Located inside Buda Castle, the magical Fisherman's Bastion is one of the most popular tourist attractions in Budapest, and justifiably so. Set upon the edge of the hilltop, its dazzlingly bright white walls are punctuated with 7 elegant and elaborate towers, one for each of the Hungarian chieftains who founded the country back in 895. Only built in 1902, the bastion is named after the Fishermen's Guild who used to protect this stretch of the city's defenses. Besides taking in its fabulous neo-Romanesque architecture, visitors can bask in its breathtaking view of the Danube and Hungarian Parliament building, with sunset being a particularly special time of day to visit. At number 8, St. Stephen's Basilica. Almost blocking out the sky with its magnificent and monumental facade, St. Stephen's Basilica makes for a spectacular sight. Named after the first king of Hungary, the enormous Roman Catholic basilica also sports 2 mighty bell towers and is topped by a large cupola. Its spacious interior is lavishly decorated, and amongst its sturdy marble columns, you can find some awesome mosaics, statues, and paintings. Completed in 1905, St. Stephen's is the most important church in the country and still bustles with life to this day. Choir performances and classical concerts take place alongside daily religious services. At number 9, Castle Hill. Set on the Buda side of the city, Castle Hill looks out imperiously over the Danube River and the rest of Budapest. While the hill is not all that large, it is home to many of the capital's most important and impressive sights, with Buda Castle and its fantastic museums found alongside Matthias Church, the Fisherman's Bastion, and Buda Tower. Wandering around the small and narrow cobbled streets of the old town and the elegant buildings of the Royal Palace complex is a treat as beautiful Baroque, Gothic, and neoclassical architecture lies all around you. A great way to get to the top of the hill is to take the wonderful old Castle Hill funicular that trundles its way up the hillside. Check out the number 10 places in our list, Hungarian Parliament Building. The largest building in the whole of the country, the sheer size and scale of the Hungarian Parliament building is staggering to behold. It dwarfs everything around it. Set on the banks of the Danube River, the colossal building is one of the most recognizable landmarks in the city. One of the finest examples of Gothic revival architecture around, its 2 symmetrical facades are sumptuously decorated with sculptures of critical Hungarian figures. These lie to either side of a large, imposing dome. Thank you for watching Vacation Plus. We hope you've been inspired to explore new horizons and experience unforgettable adventures. Subscribe for more travel inspiration and tips. Safe travels, and see you next time on Vacation Plus.